Hello everybody, my name is Fletcher Stump and welcome back to Radioactive Inc. Now I am really sorry the uploads have been kind of wacky. I am really trying to get on that schedule. It's been a really hectic week, it really has. But this video will be uploaded on Thursday at noon, which will be Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. If you are going shopping on Black Friday, be careful, please. You know, people get trampled over stuff. But what I'm bringing to you today, with the new generation of video game consoles out there, and you know, new games coming out, you can bet that there's going to be brand new zombie games. Especially with Call of Duty Black Ops 3 have just been released and they have the whole brand new zombies in that. What I'm going to talk about today is the zombification process as it is, and the types of zombies that would more than likely kind of be expected in a zombie apocalypse. So, starting off with the zombification process, usually it's a virus of some sort. You can go, that it's okay. Trying not to mess up the shot again. But zombification process, usually some sort of virus or something that either gets leaked into like the water supply or it travels through the air, and then it eventually dies down and everything is transferred through like the bite or the consumption, the blood, saliva, or whatever that the zombie does. Now, let us take a look at the actual zombie process. What most people think is that it's just an automatic, you're a zombie, you want to eat people, that's how it goes. That actually wouldn't be the case. Now, there is a section of the brain that actually controls your routines. It controls, like, you know, how you wake up in the morning, what you do when you wake up. Like, for me, I wake up in the morning, first thing I do, I hit my vape. Because I am trying to quit smoking and I need my nicotine to start my day. So, what would happen is that when you become a zombie, there will actually be about a probably anywhere from 3 to 6 month period where you are actually still trying to go about your routines. So if you wake up at 5 in the morning, okay, that's too early, I don't even wake up at 5 in the morning. If you wake up at 8 in the morning, you get a shower, you brush your teeth, you go downstairs, eat breakfast, and drink your coffee if you're a coffee drinker, and then get dressed and attempt to drive to work, then that's what you're going to be doing for about a 3 to 6 month period. Is every morning as a zombie, you're going to wake up, you are going to attempt to take a shower and hope that nothing falls off of you. You're going to try to brush your teeth and hope that your teeth don't fall out of your head. Then you're going to attempt to make breakfast, probably losing an arm along the way as it falls off due to decay of, you know, you being like a 3-month-old dead body. And you're going to try to drive to work. Now, eventually that process would degrade due to the fact that, you know, your brain is mush at that point. The only reason it would take about 6 months is because it is an actual, most of your brain is consisted of fat. It's a fatty protein that your brain is made up of. That inner cortex is actually muscle. It would take longer to break down and degrade. So, for about 6 months, we'd have zombies trying to live a normal life, which I think would be hilarious to see a zombie try to put on a tie. I wish there was an internet video for that I could just throw in the clip here, because that, thinking about it, is hilarious. It really is. Now, what comes after that is where the zombie's mentality breaks down. There's no more core functions, there's just a kind of wandering deal. I mean, they have no core directives, there's no motive in there. There's just walking. Because it's a body's natural response to just kind of move. But let's break it down a little bit further and think about the types of zombies. Now, I think the Left 4 Dead series might have hit a pretty spot-on deal here. with the different types of zombies. You had the tanks, big muscly dudes, tiny legs. So you could bet that those are going to be bodybuilders who don't do anything on leg day. You know, they're like all torso. They had the pukers, pregnant women. It's disgusting. I'm not going into that. It's just nasty. You had the boomers, you know, big fat zombies that exploded and attracted more. Now, I don't think it'd be quite along the lines of that. But it's not going to be The Walking Dead either. Not everybody's just going to turn to a zombie and mindlessly meander around. There are actually different stages of a zombie apocalypse. And The Walking Dead is really only about a class 3 apocalypse. You know, the zombies, they're not quite coordinated. They're not, you know, thinking on a collective. A stage 4 zombie apocalypse would probably be, what was that movie? Was it Z?
World War Z.
World War Z, thank you. Thank you. Etch-a-Sketch is right here.
Hi.
But World War Z was a class 4 zombie apocalypse. They became conjoined. They were acting together to get over that wall, if you've seen the movie. Spoiler alert if you haven't. I don't know who hasn't seen that movie yet. But they conjoined together to form like a zombie ladder to attain over that wall. That is a class 4 when they band together like that. So, I think if the zombie apocalypse broke out, the population is as it is now, would probably end up in a stage 4 zombie apocalypse. There would be, you know, with all this technology that we have nowadays, we have kind of created our own doom. Truthfully though, if you want to see the zombie apocalypse, go look at a group of teenagers, every one of them on their phone, no communication between any of them. That's the apocalypse right there. But I think if we break it down, we could actually see that there would be a few different types of zombies. There would actually be just your standard walkers that would kind of drift around. And then there would be some higher cognitive zombies, you know, the one people who are relatively upon genius level before turning into a zombie. I mean, I think they would kind of act as leaders, directing. They would have a more cognitive response in their brain. They wouldn't just be meandering. There would, of course, be your tanks, you know, people who were very built, very strong before they became zombies. Boomers, nah, I don't see it. Pukers, I don't see it. Hunters, I could see if, you know, there are a lot of people nowadays who do parkour. The brain is going to keep that core function. Excuse me. Not necessarily as a core function, but your brain will remember those reflexes, those abilities. So I think a hunter zombie is quite possible. Let me think. But, I mean, most of the other ones, like witches and things like that, I don't see that happening. I just don't believe that that is a possibility, as to where there's nothing highly special about them. I mean, it just doesn't seem like a possibility. But I do believe that if the zombie apocalypse happens, there are enough people who are prepared for it. And actually, if you look at the ratings nowadays, about there's like 9 guns to every 10 people in the United States. So I think we're just about covered to stop whatever happens, you know. But there are always going to be those people that just kind of mess it up and then outbreak. But if it happens, you need to be prepared. And in the next episode that I'm going to film, because I'm doing a couple of them back to back, I'm going to teach you how to be prepared for the zombie apocalypse and how to have a steady plan ready to go. So this way you won't fall. That sounded so cheesy. Let me try that again. I'm going to teach you how to have a plan, so this way you don't screw up and get eaten. That sounded a lot better. Do remember, though, that we are still trying to hit 50 subscribers. It's just for us. It's not for anything in particular. And when we hit it, you guys have to decide who they get dumped on, either myself or Etch-a-Sketch. And remember, we are adding things into that. I'm thinking marshmallow fluff and honey, but we're going to need some more suggestions to make it just a big old mess. So, until then, this is Fletcher Stump with Radioactive Inc. saying happy holidays, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Until the next time, we are signing out.
I told ya I came to party.